Yeah. Good day. Welcome to DevKami
Sorry.
episode number 188. So I'm not Chileong the arsonist. I'm swimming by the
I'm
way.
not.
Chileong.
I'm not
I'm actually
cheating the
swimming.
arsonist
Look,
as
I have
well.
the same haircut as swimming, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
I am
We're
Tristan,
brothers.
the ad person out, and we
Yes.
go live or go home. Oh no,
The-
there's no
the-
more go home.
The only person
Yeah.
with hair, apparently, in the show.
Yes, correct.
I
So-
got all of their hair, and it's all bunched up in my
Yes.
head.
I don't have it
Oh,
anywhere.
I'm glad it's not in your stomach like a fur
Mm.
ball inside a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my barber gave up in a way. So what happened is my barber say that your hair is empty here, it grow on the side. I give up. I gave up. So we both decided that okay, let's
You
both
know-
out my way out.
This if you grow your hair more, swimming, you'd be exactly like a pointy-headed boss, because that's exactly the growth pattern for the pointy-headed boss, like just
Correct.
two going out on the side.
Yep. I just want to make sure that our Facebook have engagement. We don't have engagement on Facebook. What the hell?
Yeah,
So-
I actually forgot to post the link there.
Yeah, I already posted there, but I don't see engagement now. So let's talk about event. Nothing happening. So that's one. But we have two things that are two important event I want to talk about in the future. So we break the rules a bit, but I need to talk about event. So do you remember our friend? Oh shit! Do you remember Jom Launch? We had
No.
interview.
Yeah.
We had interview last year. Yeah, Isudin. So nowadays they call Isudin. He had a very weird nickname that I don't think he used in public anymore. Not important. What's important is Jom Launch is coming back. Again, this is a celebration of Malaysian tech tech companies. Not necessarily companies, but they have a focus on independent developers, solo entrepreneurs, etc. The site is slow, or it could be my internet. So that's one. Number two is you will see some familiar face. That's me.
In Zoom launch.
No. In PyCon Malaysia.
You're gonna be in Zoom launch.
No, I'm not in Jom Launch. But I'll be in PyCon Malaysia camp. So it's a camp.
When is
it's a
this
camp
and
where-
where is this? And
So
if it's a
this-
camp, why are you in a hotel?
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? I do not know. I am not the
It's a
organizer.
lie. It's not a
Yeah,
camp.
it's in a hotel, but you're actually camping outside. You're not
Yes.
supposed to go in your rooms.
So this is PyCon Malaysia. It's in camp format this year. It's happening at 16 to 18.
What does it
September.
mean by
sharing your
camp
screen?
format?
It'll be focused on building project versus just pure talk.
Okay.
This,
Oh,
from what I
okay. So like
understand, anyway.
boot camp.
Correct.
Okay.
So which is why you try to find project in Python for this.
Are you sharing your screen, or are we supposed to be seeing something on your screen?
Oh, I forget to press the button. I'm so sorry.
You only had
I'm
one
so,
job,
so.
which is to press the button.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is PyCon Malaysia. It's happening in 1 month plus next month. The one I'll show you is Jom Launch. It's still loading for some reason. Don't use Joomla. I do not know what they use actually, to be honest. Okay, PyCon Malaysia. It'll be at Sutra Magellan, Sabah. I'm going to show you something. So I'm smart enough to actually use the DevKami profile page so that I don't show you my porn. Not important.
Oh, wait,
this
that picture doesn't look as out of here as you currently have. How old
Yes.
is this picture?
This thing is in Taiwan, all the
Mm.
way in 5
5
years back. 5 years back.
Five your ass lah. Five.
4, 3.
More than
than
that.
Oh,
we already spent
7.
3 years, including this years we've
Yeah.
wasted 3 years from COVID-19.
Okay, close to 7 years though.
Look,
Close to
look at
7
the
years.
dates. Look at the dates. We have a date.
There's no date.
Oh, okay, no. Taiwan is around 8 years.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah,
So this is
that's
for that
a
Golf
full
Zero.
head of hair, full head of
Yeah,
hair back
correct.
then.
So more importantly, this one I want to show, which I think,
Hmm.
which is why I call it weird that this is a cam format. We were staying here. So yeah,
You know, this video like has a lot of missed opportunity. You should have, so you were doing this one point, right? And then you should have like pinch and then zoom
not
in with the
my not
camera.
I, as I said, I'm not the organizer. I didn't even
What
run the page
what's with
anymore.
the snap? Doesn't it doesn't I don't know.
Yeah,
Doing
and
this
there's
and
no
then pan, you know, that's how you do the interaction, like this
correct.
simulated interaction.
So either way,
Mm.
it'll be in Sabah. But the bonus thing here is okay. So one, this will be a camp-like event, more of a hackathon than more of hackathon and stuff. And more importantly, we'll be doing uh, I will meet with the tech community as much as possible in Sabah. So
Mhm.
expect some delayed interview from
Is it
us.
just Python people or tech in general?
They tend it tend to be not mutually exclusive, meaning the Python people tend to be community of the local tech community people as well.
Well, okay, because
So
my ex-colleagues at Mind Valley, we have an office in Sabah, and those are definitely not Python people. Like
yeah, I know.
it's a Mind Valley office in Sabah.
Yeah, but I know some of
So
them move around. So if
KK.
they pass by, because I believe the KK tech community is not big, so they probably know each other.
Mm.
So there's very likely opportunity for me to interview people lah.
Yep.
So
Go
let's see how it
visit
goes.
their office. If you want me to connect you to them, then yeah, so that you can visit their
Yeah,
office.
correct.
Let me know
So
when like when you're there, and then I'll ping both of you.
cool. So this is
No,
a
I'm not
camp-like
going
event.
there.
Yeah, I know a lot of us are going there. Only me lah.
Yeah.
So if we about working on like Python project and open source
I'm just
project,
my relationship with Python these days is just to delete the spams in the Python user group.
yeah. So this is PyCon Malaysia, and with the bonus of I will interview the tech as much as possible the tech community in Sabah or whoever there, and so yeah, lah, this will be what happening lah. The ticket is still available. There is the 750 ringgit from PyCon APAC people. Individually is 660 ringgit, and this will share a room. Back. Then of course, if you like to
What?
split
Wait,
yourself,
share
then
a room or share a bed? You have to be clear. Share a room or
uh,
share a bed?
let me look at this.
It's no
Individual,
way you're gonna be sharing a bed.
you're entitled one bed in a twin sharing room.
Okay, so not sharing a bed, but you're
Yeah,
sharing a room.
correct.
You're not sharing a twin bed or like any or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
a single bed. Okay.
Yeah. Then there is a family room if you're bringing a family along. If you happen to go to PyCon APAC, which will be happening in Taiwan and New Zealand, I believe. So you get a bundle. So yeah. So there's a okay. So this is what happening. Uh, then finally, Jom Launch. Jom Launch have multiple things nowadays. So there is Malaysia Open Source Conference is there as well. Then there is Jom Launch Asia. This is the more international one, and then there is the projects. So yeah. So this one is about programming, of course. So this one they'll focus on actual programming lah, technology and all that. I do not like half of this thing, but if they grow the developer community, sure. Then of course this is actually talk about the actual entrepreneurs themselves. So this is the Jom Launch Asia, a more international project. Is about
Nice.
launching the project itself. So that this will serve as a serve as a platform for local developers, small companies, or new project, or even individual
I
developers.
actually like
How
the
is this
new.
Huh?
How is this
Yes.
different from Magic from back then?
This is from an individual, not individual, like they do, they uh they used to be more independent. Now they go big with multiple support from various government agency and even private entities nowadays. So
Because that's what Magic did before, right?
correct, but apparently the new agency called Meranti do not do it now, but Jom Launch do it now. Okay, so
Okay.
so it's a different organization.
Apparently, the new magic is not so magical.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, Jom Launch is happening. This is happening in crap. I pressed the wrong button. Let's go here. This is all happening in October. Toward the October. So yeah. So they got
So
bigger
who's
because they got all the support. Uh-huh.
who are the speakers? Like who are the entrepreneurs who are speaking, and do we know any of them? Like,
You
do
know
we
what?
know at least
Let's
a company that represent? It's a good
yes, go get
litmus
OTP.
test of
Get OTP is
how.
there.
Sorry, Get OTP. Yeah, we've seen them before. I think we've interviewed
Yep.
them before.
Correct.
Yeah, this is
Correct.
a good litmus test of how, like, who exactly are they supporting, or who is
Correct.
supporting them.
Correct.
So we have speakers. No,
Yep.
yeah, this. I don't know any of
So
them.
unfortunately, so do I. A lot of these
But
I
I
do not know.
but I actually like the more diverse
Mm.
portfolio
Correct.
compared to
Correct.
previous.
Correct.
Like not I'm not really a fan of exclusivity.
Correct.
If you are in the region, might as well just collaborate and
Yeah.
Correct.
help each others.
Correct.
No point being
Why
fixated with.
why is Tuxuri not here, for example?
We are not a
Or
startup.
why is well, I mean, you can build yourself as a startup, I guess, and get all of
Yeah.
the
Correct.
benefits. Why
Yes.
Superhand's not here?
We are focusing on American business for one, and we are not new anymore. Yeah, it's just not our demography lah. I do not. So we are focusing on launch because we are focusing a lot on getting things running properly. So yeah, it's demography. It's part demography. It's part. It's also part our priorities lah.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe I should sneak in there. Let's see. So with that said, that's events. Let's talk about actual news. Give me a while. I need my mouth is a bit dry. Hmm. Okay, so first thing on my list is police allegedly run troll farm. So what does it mean? So this is actually a report by Meta, aka Facebook.
Malaysian, you need to put in the context. It's like Malaysian
Oh
police.
yeah, the
Well,
Malaysian police.
there was a troll farm that was caught and linked to a Malaysian police
Correct.
entity.
Correct.
I think if
Correct.
you want to be accurate about it. I
Correct.
don't think it's been proven that the Malaysian police is running the troll farm. So
The
but
link
it's
to
been
it.
linked to it. Yeah.
Correct.
There's a link to it, and yeah,
Correct.
it's just a burden of proof thing, of course. So we want to
Correct.
be accurate with the reporting.
Correct. So again, this is actually what they believe. So the investigation found links, but they do not. But this is actually a report from multiple countries, so that's that lah. So as a result, 596 account was closed, 180 page was, and 11 groups and etc. had been closed. So yeah, so this is actually one of the newer big news. Shall we move on?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, before we go that, there's few things that we'll briefly cover that won't be covered here. One, Apple Pay is launched in Malaysia. If you use Apple product, yeah, enable it. It's probably good for you. Then Samsung had a launch yesterday. So that is they launched the new flip phone. So it's a flip devices and fold devices. Functionality wise, not so mostly the same, but they try to improve the technology lah. Still expensive, but I like the fact that they're betting on something more unusual. So yeah, that's one. And also they launched a new watch. So which I might get, but let's see.
You need to
What
get it.
happened? Yeah, more on that in the future. That one is interesting because that one will be one of the better supported watch that uses the Wear OS. A lot of the Android watch around do not use
Look,
necessarily.
you already bought in, half bought in, so you might as well just get it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys anyway. I'm going to show you guys anyway. Samsung Malaysia. It's very hard to see. But in short, what happened is that is actually one of the more well supported Wear OS platform other than Google's own watch. So
Yeah,
because
what happened to it?
they will launch something new soon. So I do not know what happened, to be honest, but they will launch something new for it. Because what happened that is Garmin, even Xiaomi, or a lot of the watch developers do not necessarily use the watch OS. So
Yeah.
which is very interesting. So, but Google and Microsoft, and Samsung joined hands together because Samsung had the hardware, but not necessarily software that people want to use or build on. And Google do not necessarily, they may have the hardware in between, but they're not as good as distribution, at least. And Samsung is a hardware powerhouse, so they decided to join hands now. And the third thing I won't briefly cover that I won't cover here is actually Google was down due to a data center problem, fire. So
Oh, you
yeah.
got a arc lightning. This is very interesting.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently, from what I read, actually didn't read the news. I read the Hacker News comments. Apparently, it was arc lightning incident.
Oh. So with that said, let's continue with the main news. So Fedora OS is now officially on the Raspberry Pi, which is good because with this, with this is cool in a way that you got better support for ARM other than just on the Apple M series of processor MacBook.
Mm.
And I hope they have good support. This one have good actual support for the GPU. So I do not know how this works because as when I last checked, Raspberry Pi's GPU is proprietary, so I do not know how they make it work. And yeah, they have support all the CM4, and from what I understand, also very likely to support all the GPIO work as well. So yeah, if you so Raspberry Pi have more OS to play with. Previously, it's only a Debian, unofficially on Ubuntu. Was it officially?
Yeah, there's a Ubuntu one. I'm using the Ubuntu one
Yep.
because
So
of
yeah,
the 64-bit support.
correct. So with that said, Pi user have more OS now. I know we had opinion about Fedora, but Fedora is actually a very good OS.
For opinion,
For
I
me,
have no issue with Fedora.
yeah, sometimes the package installer doesn't work for me that well, but it's very minor. It works like 90% of the time until I do something stupid. So yeah, it's mostly my finger. So let's say try it. Fedora is a very good OS. You should try it. This one is called SIE is just ops with new name. So that's the question. The answer is yes. The
No,
long
even
answer,
DevOps. I mean, in a way, DevOps, how people do DevOps is that DevOps is the new ops.
yeah, correct.
I think we discussed it here with Tristan as well back then.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The short
That
answer is depends on organization. By the
if
way,
you do a separation of responsibility, there's no different from having a dedicated op team.
yeah, correct.
It's just a different name. You just call it a different name, and you're still
Correct.
doing the same thing.
Well, same. Yeah, it's true
Yeah,
because
it's like let's do agile, and then you still need to bring all of your
You still
planning
you still do
and then
what your
submit it in 3
yeah.
months, and you do the same thing.
correct.
You still
Correct.
waterfall your agile.
Mm.
Yes. So and also, even though in reality we always talk about things like uh, you use code for configuration, we use repository, we use things like we do not SSH as much anymore. We use automation, for example. But in practice, often you would still start with SSH to check things, then try to automate your way out. Your people write scripts since forever anyway to set up stuff, and chances is some of them even use CVS in the old days anyway. So
No issue as long as there's a, but it's the pipeline.
yeah,
There's no such thing as pipeline, and they
yep,
still do things like in a semi-manual way. Then
correct,
and the main thing
Yeah.
about SIE is not about deployment; it's about incident management.
correct.
Mhm.
Yes. So which in this case we do it's just a very different way of doing incident handling, but yes. Also those days we also had to do incident handling anyway, right? Which is why one of my bosses have to stay at the office during New Year Eve in 1999, end of 1999, because Y2K is a day away. So those do happen, to be honest. Uh, it's just that these practices are more widespread, more common, and yeah, more adaptable for smaller organization. So yes, I don't know. I call myself sysadmin, even though people call me DevOps engineer, right? So I still write code and I still automate the hell out of shit. I still use things like CDK in Python and whatnot, and I still use monitoring system. So I do not know what I am anymore, to be honest. So let's go on. Let's go on.
It's
Right.
called a well-rounded developer in more ways than one.
Yeah.
It's not just about the body shape, right?
Yeah, well-rounded meaning you
Yeah.
have a lot of you have, or how will you say it, multi-tentacle developer.
Yeah.
You have a finger in
It's
every
about
every part.
T-shape. It's about T-shape skills and knowledge lah. So
Well,
and
T is not a
also
round thing though, so it's a bit difficult to say it's well-rounded.
yeah, correct.
I don't know
So
how
and
do
also
we.
traditionally your sysadmin do not build a build system.
Mhm.
Very likely they are not. Nowadays, build system and test is under me. So that's a weird part. So let's move on. In short, I think DevOps is really just ops in another term. SRE is just DevOps and ops in another term. I don't care. Just do the work and make sure nobody don't burn anything. That's my thing, right? Get the things done. Do not cause trouble to people. Seriously, just that. So next one, Twilio it had a data breach because they got social engineered. So
I
it's a
don't have
well.
you have it on your links, but there's another one that got social engineered, or at least
Which one?
the
Share it
IP88
somewhere.
one.
Oh, I pay
Yeah, it
88
was
will be
shared
much
by
later.
Kevin.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
press statement.
Yeah, it's a press
Mm.
statement. So yeah, it's
So
bad
well, that's
and
interesting that Twilio is using a lot of the it's
mhm,
doing SMS things, right? Like the
correct,
what do you call
correct,
this? I mean,
correct.
at
Their
least
primary product.
from what I, yeah, from what I remember from them when I was introduced to them in some hackathons,
Mhm,
like they do SMS gateway,
correct.
or at least cheaper. You don't have to buy
Yep.
a package
Yeah, they're still the one
from
of the
the
biggest
network.
one.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
big, but they're not necessarily cheap in Malaysia, but they're cheap in US at that time.
yeah,
At that time,
and
they're also well known for the API access, which is not
yeah,
necessarily available from everyone.
and it's quite ironic that they got social engineered because
Yep.
social
So,
posting in terms of SMS and all of these automations
I
is
think
their
sometimes
bread
it's
and
that
butter.
we actually talk about this in the company today because a colleague was almost a fish
yep.
because you
Mhm.
just need the right time and circumstances, and like let's say
Correct.
like in my experience, like at one time when a friend sent me a link to a image photos, like normally that's like a phishing spam, right? That like trick
Mhm.
you to install malware. But it
Yep.
happened to me back then that really I was waiting for that friend to send me pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just sometimes it's the right circumstances.
Correct.
Yeah, which is why spam, you'd think that, oh, why are they sending a lot
Yeah,
of
still
these,
trying.
like what they call this, like senseless, like nobody's going to fall for this,
It will. Someone will.
but Someone
Correct.
will, because like in like by coincidence, it's exactly the correct circumstances that will make them click on it and believe that this is a real email.
Yep.
It's just not.
Correct.
It happens to be not you, but
Yes.
the 0.01% of the people who receive that email will probably succumb to that.
Yep.
And not to mention that apparently in Malaysia, a person that got cheated, they can lose like all their saving, and those are in 10,000 to even 100,000. I do not know how the hell people have so much money to give, but yeah, it works. It works for them. So even they get once every 10, that is cover like a month's salary for of minimum wage of 10 people that got 10 people that operating the thing. So yes, it works. So I just do not know how people have $10,000 in their account. I'm poor. I just sell off my camera. I shut up.
Well,
So
yeah,
this is
it's 10,000 in cash, but I think you have a lot of money not in cash.
You have a lot of
Yeah,
assets.
yeah,
so I
assets.
have a lot
It's
of things
just
that is
mm, yeah,
deprecating
it's
as fast.
non-liquid. It's called
Yeah,
non-liquid assets.
correct. So this is interesting for me actually because did I tell you I hate IAM? I hate AWS
What
IAM.
I am?
Identity and access management.
Yeah.
So I hate it, but this thing here helps audit the user access. Then you have to plan for it and help apply the process. So I did not look at these tools yet, but this tool is useful for me because if your organization use a lot of product, you tend to then you and suddenly you have to set up tiered access. You will get it wrong. You will 100% get it wrong in the first round. So having tools like this is very helpful for you or me especially to actually look at your access, the developer's access, and try to plan it out immediately. So this so that your developer don't default be rude everywhere. In some of the case, it's not a bad thing, but there'll be time when you have certain customer that prefer that. So it would be better if you actually start isolating the access from different people. So yeah. So these tools exist and it's in Python. So I need to evaluate that is once I finish my Amazon review. One of these days, actually the Amazon way for doing that is actually creating a thing called role. A role is actually a type of user-like object which a user can assume or being used uh, or a software. In this case, AWS agents and all that software agents able to assume to do operation, right? To do operations. So what you should do is if a user need to do full access, for example, for support or for crisis handling, then what you should do is adding user to the super user role to do that. And once it's done, you remove them. So yeah, lah. So in this way, this is still useful for me so that I can clean up my
Yeah,
mess
and
lah.
also expiry of the user access.
Correct. So yes. So next one is called CodeGov. Do you know what is CodeGov? Do you remember what is CodeGov?
Yeah, the one that that's Coco is basically things that we play a lot last time. Like this is how I do it,
Correct.
then this is how I do it.
Yes. So the point of CodeGov is you write code with the least character as possible. In a way, it's like golf. So you shoot to a target, then you try to hit it as few hit as possible. So in this case, you are trying to achieve a goal in the code with as few character as possible. And one of the end result is you get yourself a one-liner, very common. It's very common to have a one-liner in Perl, for example. Python is a bit harder, but it exists. I try to find a Perl one-liner. So let me do this. Do they have code for it? Oh, he don't have code. Holes.
So why would you code golf? what
It's
does
for
it,
bragging rights. It's for bragging rights. It's even worse when it comes to utilities than advent of code. Advent of code, at least it's opportunity to learn algorithms that you rarely will use, but it's useful for some very hard cases. This thing here is only exists for you for bragging rights. Know what I mean?
Mhm.
Occasionally, it does useful if you make something
I
that
think
is. It's also very good in teaching techniques
I think
and
the first 10 days at least for FNO codes are for bragging rights.
yeah.
What
Really,
happens to the next
Then you get really
5?
challenging.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like people
So
like me
previous
will drop
way,
off.
yeah. So if anybody can do part at the till the 10 days, right? I'll be proposing to my company that we'll automatically hire them. I mean, we still do the 3 months, but we pass the interview, just come in, everything is
Advent
formulated.
of code is difficult because there's a lot of solutions like floating
Correct,
around. So
correct. So it's very important for the interviewee that do advent of code explain to me what they do on those days, right? So it's more important that they can show that than just show me a solution. There's no point of doing solution. So either way, this is interesting for various reasons. So yeah. So I'm going to move on. Okay, so next few things before security. Yeah, iPad 88 is all the way down. So let's start with here. Postgres formatter. It's just a formatter for PostgreSQL. So
will it
that
work with MySQL statements as well, or only for Postgres?
uh, so no guarantee. I don't think they give a guarantee. So I do not know. Because it will support all the SQL 99, SQL 2000, all the SQL standard, it should work. It should work until there is some special command in MySQL, which is not that much really, but you'll see when you see that.
But generally, Postgres they follow the latest PostSQL
Yeah.
standard, so should be. But
Yes.
it's the problem is that the implementation details might be different. I don't know.
Correct.
But this is just a
So most of
formatter.
yeah. So it should work most of the time because most of the SQL that you use on MySQL should just work. So yeah, if need it exists and make your life easy. This one is more important. So remember that a few weeks back I'm talking about AWS is charging Malaysia charging Malaysian ringgit now. So this is for taxing, and also there's rumor that infrastructure may be coming to Malaysia, actual hosting coming to Malaysia.
But isn't the
They,
government already using AWS servers?
no, what that means in the directive is they are allowed to use cloud. What I do not know is must it be in Malaysia? I suspect no.
It's already starting to be in motion.
Yeah, correct.
Mm.
So with this, you got another big player, as in big proper player, that will set up cloud infrastructure in Malaysia. So previously, what is available in Malaysia is Ali Cloud and Microsoft Azure,
You know?
Azure Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nothing really.
yes,
It's after the show.
yeah. So now you have a third player, and the second, I would call the well-known one, other than Microsoft, set up here lah. So Google Cloud will set up new infrastructure in Malaysia, so you can do hosting in Malaysia now. So among other places that were supported that have this is Thailand and New Zealand. So they are investing like a couple billions here and there. It's already available in Singapore, Australia, typical, and Hong Kong, and all that. But now, yeah, we have it in Malaysia lah. So let's go to actual Google. Announcing about Asia Pacific, 34 region, partner saying, So if you're in an organization that need it, so yeah lah, then just use now you have it lah, which is awesome. I know Tris, I know who Kevin
Mhm.
may be interested because he worked for a lanyard company. He may still work for a lanyard company that I shall not name, according to LinkedIn, or he left. I do not know. I do not know for sure anymore. And one of the complaint is you don't have a cloud to use here from them. But yeah, you have it now. So and that's awesome. So I'm going to move on. Will I use it? Unfortunately, it's not Amazon, so the short answer is no. I don't want to migrate to new cloud because those are nightmare, to be honest. AWS had a lot of crazy shit. So unless you purely use Linux, very likely you can't. So let's move on. This one is just a trivia thing. So almost this source code, this formula is actually very commonly used in creating random number generation. Uh, so the question from the asker is, where does this number come from? Why is keep being used? So the answer is there's actually this thing comes from the number comes from numerical recipe in Fortran and among of this book. So the oldest example is all the way in 1977, computer methods and computation. So in short, this number exists. Uh, exists for a long time. So it's a value that got inherited, and nobody remember why the number is used this way. So let me bring up the size to show this. Yes, I'm Cookie Monster. I eat all cookie. So the said magic number is here. Why they keep using these weird numbers? The answer is because the ancient numerical computing book used this number. As a result, we use this number. So
Mm.
yeah,
Are they primes? Well, the last one
uh,
is not prime.
no, it's just a number that they decide to use. I do not know why, to be honest. So it's a linear congruent generator. Okay. So yeah. Then of course, give me a moment. My tongue. I recently bit my tongue in a way. It's more like my teeth broke. Then the teeth actually hit my tongue. It's pretty painful. So my tongue. I can't talk well today. So RockPy had a APL language interpreter. Do you know what is APL
The one that you
language?
use in banks.
Yes. Have you seen the source code?
Yeah, it's
Let me.
very terse.
Yes, it's close to unreadable. I'm poor, Wikipedia. I'm poor. Okay, I am poor.
But it's not the aeronautics propulsion lab.
No, there is JPL. There is the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. No.
JPL, not APL.
So just for numbers, it makes sense because they use. Okay, the somewhat makes sense, but it's so unreadable. Also, APL is very interesting because they have their own symbol. They have their own symbol, so they did their own keyboard.
Yes, they have their own keyboard.
We're so crazy. Okay, so this expression for find all prime numbers from R, and the complexity is R squared. So you got for R set in R times this. It's so unreadable. Iota R create a vector containing 1 to
and
R to
and the and the APL based languages,
uh-huh.
which are like J, I think like something like that.
Mm,
Those they are commonly used for people that do tradings lah.
correct. Because it's a write only language, so people you're not going to reread it anymore. Can you believe that even this is how you implement? So even the code golf in APL is very possible, and you will possibly win as well. To be honest, because this game of life is so crazy. It's like how. So yeah, it's very terse. You need a special keyboard. Let me see if they show a APL keyboard. Here you are, code page and syntax and symbol.
You can
So
just
APL,
Google keyboard, and then Google image search usually
yeah,
brings up a good
yeah, APL
sample
keyboard. Here you are.
in
Yep.
images.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I won't show
just
the actual keyboard, but this is how it looks like, right? Let me
if
see
you
the
go to
thing.
images, it might be better.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to show the actual keyboard first.
This looks like a
Then,
normal QWERTY keyboard, right?
yes, but it's the symbol. It's the symbol that is different. Please make it big. Please make it big. Okay, it's loading. Okay, let me see if there's a faster one. La la la. Okay, this is all the Unicode. So you see, other than the normal thing, other than QWERTY, they also have all the extra symbol on top. Notice that? So these are the extra thing that they have implemented. So I try to find. Let's see whether that page is loaded.
But are they mathematical notation or it's just a special symbol?
I believe it's a subset, but I do not know for sure. For example, I do not know what math symbol is this, but some of these here, like they definitely have a few math symbol here. So I do not know, to be honest. I do not know.
Why is there a like ninja implement there?
Where?
Like on the second line. See,
Second line.
that's what the ninjas. Yeah, the first character.
Oh,
That's
first
what the
character.
ninjas use, right?
Oh, you talking about shuriken? No, this is also the
No,
symbol
it's
of
not a
E.
shuriken. It's I think a sai. They call it a
Yeah, it's a
sai.
sai. Yeah, it's a sai, which is a common thing they use.
Is it
Let me.
actually the sai symbol? And it's the
No.
sai
A sai
weapon?
symbol is higher. A sai is a
Okay,
bit higher, so it's actually higher
interesting.
here with lower. But they do have shorthand for math, so in a way it is mathematical. So, for example, they don't. This is a different symbol. Logarithm in maths have a very different symbol than APL. So, yes, it's so terse. It's ridiculous.
Multiply by pi is 0 pi. Is
Yes, damn right.
Why is a circle?
I do not know why they choose it, but
Why is the circle, right?
yeah, pi is a circle. Maybe it's because of that. They even have a
Pi is
symbol
the
for
ratio of the circumference to its
yeah.
diameter, but it's a circle.
They even have an inverse matrix for B. You know what? APL might be very. It's actually possible to teach neural network APL. Let me find this. Let me quickly find
Sorry,
this.
pi is the
GPT
ratio of
three.
the circumference with a
Correct.
radius, I think, right? Radius or diameter? I don't remember.
Mm-mm. Oh, nobody do that. Why do I think that it's possible to use GPT-3 to understand APL?
No, don't you have one? Send me one. I think I can still access my Open Labs thing.
Okay. So either way, so let's go back to the main thing. Rob Pike of Golang, O Unix, and all
Yeah.
that. He had a language for. He created an APL like language for interpreted in Golang, of course, called IV, and yeah, it can interpret. It can interpret.
you know Ivy was started as a calculator.
Oh, interesting.
Originally, if I remember correctly, originally it was a demo for where you can cross compile to mobile.
Yep.
Mm.
But I think the mobile target for Go is pretty much an abandoned project. I don't know. I'm
Yep.
not sure.
Yeah.
But look
So
at this. They
Swimei,
even.
send me an
Uh,
APL script. I'll put it on Dali, and then let's see what it looks like.
okay, I
I'll
don't
be
have
back in a
DAL-E.
bit.
Yep. So if you notice here, they even implement a symbol, which is so crazy. But yeah, I respect that. Damn. And also,
I
I
use
believe
up.
that
I off topic is I
uh-huh.
used up my DALI credits because after the colleagues realized that it can generate profile picture, everyone
Yeah,
asked me to generate them a profile picture.
I will apply for it later lah. So
So
either way, Rob,
so
uh-huh.
that's how DALI, like how mobile phone became a selfie taking machine,
Yeah, I know,
and
I know.
AI are just for generating profile
Memes.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, memes and profile pictures.
So Rob Pike is also created a lot of stuff in Unix. He created, he do a lot
UTF-8
of
is the
stuff.
most notable.
Yeah, UTF-8 very important. Other than Go, he do UTF-8. He do. I remember he do more stuff. Oh well, I forget what anymore.
No,
So
I mean,
yes.
swimming, I have Dolly, so if you send it on private chat, then I will put it on Dolly.
Okay, okay, which link you want?
I
This
don't know.
one?
You said you want. No, you said you wanted to send me or to put like a script or an APL script and see what Dolly does with it, right?
Yes, but I don't have a good one. I don't have a good one.
Okay.
I don't have a good one. I just know that it exists. I wonder what happened if you try to teach this to.
Mm,
I do not have a strong plan. So either way, IV exists, and now I go to the deep hole of. You see, with this, I already go all the way to all the weird thing of APL, the weird world of APL. Let's
mm.
move on quickly. Uh, GitHub will actually roll up code signing, which is awesome. If you use npm, they require you to sign code.
Oh,
PyPI
already.
already have that for a while. No,
I
no.
didn't know.
Oh, is it optional?
No, I don't know. I
I
don't
do
know.
not know.
It's a
I
question.
know they have the capability for core project. I know PyPI have the capability, but that's optional. That's optional. Which is why my project is not signed. But this is awesome because it means that if you can prove that the code is come from your repository, then it's trusted lah. So what will be interesting is how will this work for how will this work for Fox? How will this work for how if Fox, does it mean that they have another signature? Which is, if so, very awesome. Then does it mean that we will have tools that check for a known trusted signature to merge thing over?
How do you
So
have the chain of trust? So GitHub will become the key store,
yeah,
the key
so
server.
I don't know, correct. So they use a thing called Sixstore. Sixstore is actually supported by the Linux Foundation. So there's even a Python version for that. So it's not ready for use, but it exists. It exists for you to sign your code. So yes, and still even have GitHub Actions. So yeah lah. It's awesome. Now your code. This is the only time they want my signature, not for autograph though. So either way, I look forward to this. Once it's actually out, we will test the hell out of this. So we're gonna move on. Cloudflare was a target for phishing attack, but it didn't work. Good on them. The reason is they have multi-factor authentication. So as usual, do your 2FA as much as possible. If you can implement 2FA, use the standard. Do not use SMS. So those things can be spoofed. So yeah, do your 2FA.
Those are easier to have a man in the middle attack
Correct.
for SMS.
Correct. So yeah lah. In short, people try to attack Cloudflare, it failed because people use 2FA. So please use 2FA. That's all. Sekian, terima kasih. This one, it's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
It just says that we got hacked and that's about it. Card data may have been
And it's a PR statement from a PR company. If you notice,
Correct. Yes.
the email address down there.
Correct. Simpira, yeah, precisely. So card data may have been potentially compromised. So I do not know what will happen. At this rate, what I believe will happen then is people, what I really hope happen is that everyone will try to ask for new card. So maybe that will happen. Yeah, it's a big situation because iPay 88 is okay. I won't say it's the default payment provider in Malaysia.
But pretty big is pretty big.
Yeah, it's big in the way that a lot of people.
I think most of the e-commerce has the support.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, lor.
So
if you
when are
really
they
worry-
disclosing the damage? Like how much has been breached?
It's something
Knowing
that happened
Malaysia-
back in. Also, it's something that happened back in May.
Correct. It's all the
It's
way
just
in May to July.
Yeah, it's just a media statement from.
Correct. Correct. So will they release anything? No, because I do not know, because Malaysian company tend to not do this. So this is just to tell the stakeholder that this exists and that's about it. Who knows? So if you really very change your credit card, and that's the best you can do. So next one. So Talos is a security intelligence company belongs to that is under Cisco. They bought it some time back. So there's an attack on Cisco, and here's what happened. It's Active Directory again. Then there's activities on Active Directory. The Cisco security incident had something, and so yeah. So here's the interesting part. They actually conduct a series of voice phishing attack to convince users to accept multi-factor authentication.
What is voice phishing? What is voice phishing?
So do you know? If you use some bank, they would actually ask you to write an OTP via a voice system. So this is like a robot sounding automated voice system, AVR. So when I say on HSBC, what happened is they will say the operator will redirect me to a software that will talk to me in a sound that say dial your whatever. Please give your OTP. So the OTP will come through SMS. They will fill in the number. So the attacker actually pretend to be that. I do not know how, but apparently that happened. Then the user will then they'll trigger OTP somehow, and the user just put in the number, MFA number. So yeah, so they maintain access, clean out stuff, increase access, and all that. Yeah, so this is a whole incident report. Unlike iPay 88, this is an actual one. So yeah, very interesting story. So yes. Also, it's Active Directory again. Active fucking Directory again. That thing is so complicated.
So which one is worse, Active Directory or IAM?
That can be worse. To be honest, it's the same. They are pain in the butt. To be honest, they're both pain in the butt. So okay, that's about it. Also, for you guys, audience, anybody that goes to PyCon Malaysia, tell me. We say hi.
Oh, I thought you're giving out discounts.
No, I'm not.
Just
I don't
say
have
hi.
the power.
Only hi.
I don't have the power.
You don't have power? What? I thought you.
power.
I thought you have a say in things.
No,
I'm trying to
I just
provoke.
found the conference. I just found the
You're
conference.
trying to do a reverse psychology thing. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't need to go PyCon anyway.
So while you're
Yeah.
searching for that, I'll share my Dolly tab. Let
Yeah.
me know what do you want to, because I have credits that I don't ever use. So
Oh,
I
okay.
finished
what do you
mine.
want to-
50 of them.
Okay.
So what do you
shit.
want? What do you want to search for?
I can't think of anything ridiculous now.
Apparently, I have another 100 credits to my account.
What?
I don't know.
What?
They're just giving
How
me
did
more
you get
habit.
it?
I don't
Open
see
the
a
pot
token
bay
of
door.
our appreciation.
Oh,
Thank you
it's-
for
oh, it's
participation
a
and
preview.
research. We've
Python
added 100
conference in
credits per
Sabah.
round.
Python conference in Sabah.
Realistic 3D render.
Yeah.
Realistic 3D render.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how it looks like.
I bet it shows snakes.
Yes,
I don't know.
I'm
Let's
putting
see. What will it show? Yeah, there are snakes. Yeah.
Share
This
this.
looks-
Save this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Save
Python.
this.
It looks like a cow.
Well, yeah, this looks interesting. So this is a Python conference. I'll send it and I'll
Yes.
put it on.
Yes. Okay, choose something else. How about Ruby conference?
Ruby conference.
Ruby, no,
Just
Ruby.
Ruby conference?
Okay. Ruby developers in a technology conference. What style? No,
In
just
the
just
style of what? Van Gogh?
Okay. So
digital art. Digital art is nice.
Next one. The next one. Next one will be that one. Yeah, I have a lot. If I don't know, I'm not looking at the comments. If someone's commenting, then we can try it out.
Just LOL from
What
Nicholas.
is this? Why are there hippies? on-
What? Look, the second one. What?
I don't know.
Why they look like that?
They have water bottles and they're like ashamed of something.
okay. What? Okay, I can't. What
This one is
else?
interesting. I
Big toy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is that? What is it?
This one is I don't know why they are. I don't know. Are they barmaids? No. What is this?
Schoolgirls.
Yeah.
Well, it's a uniform, but it's that. Are they schoolgirls? I'm not sure. Okay, so maybe style of Van Gogh is not good because you can't really see what's happening.
Yeah.
It says
Maybe
rug petit. Okay,
Yeah.
what else? What do you want?
We try Python, we try Ruby, Raspberry
Full
Pi.
sentence. Nicholas, full
Developer.
sentence.
Creating
Scout.
a new framework.
Yeah. In style of Van Gogh. Okay, never mind.
Okay, what did Nicholas say? Sorry, let me see.
Oktoberfest. Oh, the first image is Oktoberfest.
Okay, yeah. So barmaids.
What?
Okay, what is this? Report issue.
Not funny enough.
Bias. No, it's biased content. See, there are no women here.
Oh, okay.
They want to make sure that it's diverse, and all of them are Caucasian, European.
Okay.
This is probably Asian, but still,
Yeah.
it's biased. That's why it's biased. It's not sensitive, but it's biased.
Yeah.
So that's why I get like these 100 credits because I've been participating in.
I
these,
should have do that as well.
3D printing. 3D printing. 3D printing what? Chi Leong, what are you printing?
OT
Tabletop miniatures.
table.
Bugbear.
Bugbear. 3D printing Bugbear.
Owlbear.
What's that?
Bugbear and Owlbear.
Owlbear.
While waiting for tea for water to boil.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We can have this, like maybe a few dolly, like what they call this?
Yes.
Dolly statements
Yes.
at the episode, just so that it might be interesting, especially for those who still haven't received their invites. Is this Buckbear and Owlbear? Looks like a totem.
But bear look like this.
What is this? Why is it?
It's not a bear.
I'm
This look like
I'm
a
get
3D printed. The texture look like 3D printed though. The second and the third.
yeah.
Mhm.
Dao E2. Dao E2,
Let's
right?
let's let's recreate the one in the Slack channel. Malaysia twin towers with floating heart balloons. I think right. That's a description
Yep.
of posted. No, sorry, not Slack, but I think it was in Telegram. I saw maybe, and then yeah, we can. If you want to do an outro for us, we can outro with this. Yes, it looks like this. Welcome to Malaysia. I want to save these things.
Instagram.
It looks similar to.
Hmm.
It looks similar to what Han shared.
Yeah.
Well, let me. Oh, nice. Try Merdeka Day over Merdeka Day over.
During the Hungry Ghost Month.
Okay, don't do that. But okay. Developer. I am not a robot. Get on the list. Okay, I'm officially on the Evil
Oh,
East because
okay.
so
What? What happened?
Ghost. I think it's probably Ghost.
Really?
Merdeka Day with
I don't think they
Twin
understand.
Tower.
difficulty.
Yeah. Okay, Merdeka Day doesn't work.
I don't know.
I can't.
Let's
I
do
can't
let's do
think
a
of-
surprise me. Surprise me.
Yeah.
Surrealist dreamlike painting by Salvador Dali of a cat playing checkers. Okay, sure. And then with that, I think we can. I don't know what triggered it, but I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not. What they call this?
Mhm.
It's not prohibited. Yeah, there you go.
It's
The
nice.
painting. It looked like paintings look nice.
It feels very Alice in the Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's what Salvador Dali is about. So Salvador Dali is about that. Cool. Make sure you share the Python conference
And look at the
photo.
chessboard.
Yeah.
With a tail.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a mice. It's a mouse check.
Okay.
It's a mouse checkboard. Chessboard.
I guess this is the thing about these AI, right? It's just because if Dali was probably going to do this, it would have a symbolism or of some sort. Like
Yeah.
now it's just like a chessboard that has a tail. I don't know. Maybe it would make sense, for example, if I don't know, like maybe a kettle might have a tail because it has some sort of other meaning or something like that, right? But this is
Yeah.
just adding concepts without a deeper relationship into something else. So I
And
think that's
what
the
I noticed is
that's
that Dali during the prompts it's better to describe something doing something than an abstract things. Yeah.
Correct.
Mm.
Cool.
Okay.
With that said, we covered everything tonight. Thanks for indulging us. And with that said, maybe the next one is on the 18. So yeah, it'll be a while before interesting
Yeah, I
happen.
might not be able to be on the 18th. I am attending a concert. So if you're interested,
Nice.
watch Rewind. It's 90s music live concert at KLPAC. Support the arts because they haven't been earning anything for the last 2 years because
Yes.
for some reason, like things were open, but the arts were not allowed to open until recently. So
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
trying to get their
Correct.
and then of course you had to pay those studio technicians, right? They can't do anything. There's no
Correct.
other side job, so
Yeah.
they had to try to support them, try to get all of these concerts. Go to KLPAC I don't know what the
Mhm.
website is, but just search KLPAC, see the shows, and try to watch. They're very very good people and very good production quality as well.
Okay, cool. It's Kaleidoscope 2022.
Well, that's Kaleidoscope. That's 22.
Oh no no
It's
no no.
called Rewind. Rewind
Okay, it's
is
found it.
that's what I'm watching. But watch everything.
Okay,
I just needed to watch one. I think so that
okay.
I can
Let
feel
me
good about
quickly
myself.
share the link. Share the tab, then share the link.
Hmm.
Where's my
You
thing?
want me to? I'll add it to stream. There you go.
Yep. And ta-da.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching on Thursday. It's Thursday,
Yep.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I think
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned Kaleidoscope, which is the next week. So they have like
Yep.
multiple shows week
Mm-hmm.
after week now because um,
They need to
they need
eat.
to recoup. Yeah, they need to get
Yep.
the loans that they made over the 2 years. They needs to get paid.
Yes. And as usual, Malaysia are not the government are not very supportive of the art. So yeah lah. With that said, thanks for listening and goodbye. Should we say goodbye?
Bye. See you again next week.
Bye. Yes.